Hi everyone, I am Gravity One, and this is the first time you see my face. And as I said in my monthly update, I'm going to make some analysis and release them on video format. So this is basically the first one, and the reason I'm going for this date is basically because I've been on vacation and I'm now back on home soil. And yeah, I've been away for like a month, and in that month, I have managed to basically destroy the whole year. And yeah, I've lost all the profit from this year. Not much more to say about it. I have good hopes for the future, but yeah, let's take it from here. As I said, not much to say about what has already happened. So my plan is to go through the matches tomorrow and add some comments, and after that I will release my predictions in the Discord channel, just as I did before, just with a video link instead of texts. Basically, because I think it's easier to talk about the matches, and I can give a deeper analysis. So basically, what we have here is tomorrow's matches, and for those who has followed me for a long time, it's quite obviously that there is two matches I'm looking at, and it's the Australian matches. So if we start with Bizarre versus Avant. Uh, this is going to be a quite boring match. I'm quite sure about that. Basically, because Avant is way too good. Um, I have high hopes for Bizarre for the future, basically because they have shown some great potential. They're playing as a team, and this is of course with Aussie measures, but they're playing very good as a team. And I can honestly say that I did not know Bizarre or any of their players before, but I've seen their matches and I am quite impressed. The problem is that they are up against Avant, and Avant is probably the second best team in Aussie at the moment. It's quite funny. Apoc and Soju, they were Avant players, and then Avant decided to release the three players they had, and then Hazard, Jaira, and Sterling joined in instead. And yeah, those three are really good additions. Apoc is probably top three best aimers in Aussie MDL. He's a really good entry fragger. I don't think he's playing entry fragging in Avant, but even so, he's a great lurker as well. I think his position right now is lurking, and yeah, it's a really good guy to have left when there's little time. When there's little time left on the rounds. We have Hazard, great potential, up and coming. Probably going to be picked up in a year or two by a greater or bigger clan like Greyhound. He has really good potential, and he's a really good fragger. Then we have Sterling. Everyone knows Sterling. He used to be an Opera in Greyhound. He was obviously not good enough, but he's very good at this level. Jaira and Soyu, I must say they're probably a level behind the other threes. Even so, they're way better than the players in Bizarre. And as I said, this is going to be very easy for Avant. And I saw the odds on Avant when it was released. So 2-0 was 2-0 was basically 1.7, which is quite high, or that was really high, but I did not manage to capture it. But it doesn't matter. They're gonna win 2-0, and we're gonna use it as double material. matches, of course. The next match of the day in Aussie is Mad Like Wizards versus Sif. And this is going to be very interesting. Basically because Sif is not playing with Seth anymore. Seth has joined Ground Zero, and I'm positive that he will be a great addition for them. The problem here is that Mad Like Wizards, they only have 2 players that can play with their tactics. Basically because they are playing with a play style that is hard fragging, not very advanced tactics, and it's Juices and Chelios. Everyone knows who Chelios is. He's the upper and basically carrying them every match. Then we have Juices. He's quite new. The problem is that if you're gonna play with a hard fragging playstyle, you can't have players like ADK, Decibel, or Spooker. They're solid backup players, but they need some tactics to be able to frag, and that will be a problem for Mad Like Wizards this season. When it comes to Sif, as I said, they have lost Sif, but they now have Willie KS. Willie KS is not as good as Seth, but he's a decent player. He used to play for Ground Zero. Then we have Herbs and Equal. Herbs used to be an Avant player, and Equal, Inu, Bedonka, they have played for... I'm not really sure where they have played before. I think they used to be Trident players, all of them. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, so Astral, Influencers, and Trident. They're decent players as well. None of them are as good as Chelios or Juices, but they are playing a more tactical, or they have a more tactical way of playing, which will open up bomb sites, and they're quite solid on holding angles. And that is basically why I think they will come on top in the end. So if we look at the map pool, I'm pretty sure, because this is how it will. I mean, Mad Like Wizards, they will choose if they want to ban first or if Sif is going to ban first, and they will obviously choose that Sif is going to ban first, so they get rid of Vertigo. And when Vertigo is gone, Mad Like Wizards, they can ban Overpass or Nuke. I'm not sure if they're going to ban Nuke or Overpass. If I were the team captain, I would go for an Overpass ban, basically because Sif has looked really, really strong on that map. But yeah, we will see tomorrow. So basically, if Mad Like Wizards bans Nuke, Sif will choose Overpass and vice versa. Then I'm not quite sure, but I think Mad Like Wizards will go for an Inferno pick. I can't say that I'm happy if they do, because I think they have a bigger shot at Dust 2. Sif is not a bad Inferno team. They have actually played some really good matches on it, even if they've managed to win 0 of them. But yeah, tomorrow we'll see tomorrow how it turns out. But this is going to be 2-1 or a 2-0 for Sif. And now when we know that Sif is picking first, I am for sure going for a handicap odds. And I also think the problem is that Mad Like Wizards, they will start on the T side on both Dust 2 and Inferno. They used to be quite good. They used to be quite good when they started T side, but the problem is that they don't have the same players anymore. They only have two players that are really good at opening up bomb sites, which will be a problem for them. So I'm not confident on going for a map win for Mad Like Wizards. I will probably go for an overbet. So it's going to be some double material, a handicap odds on Sif on their map pick, and an overbet on Mad Like Wizards map pick. And I think I'm gonna throw a handicap odds. I think I'm gonna throw in a handicap odds as well on the third map, basically because this will come down to probably gonna come down to Mirage, to be honest. Basically because both teams, they feel quite confident on it. Now, of course, I have no idea if Mad Like Wizards have practiced train, but they did not used to be good on it. So yeah, probably they're gonna ban train and see if it's going to ban the map that Mad Like Wizards don't pick, and we have Mirage left as map 3. So yeah, this is going to be a 2-1 or a 2-0 for Sif. So I think that is the only two matches I will bet on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from loot bet. You've seen the results, so we'll see tomorrow. Maybe I add a live bet or something. I'm not sure, but we stay with those two for now. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you.